Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Polish ebook before it's gone.
Hi everybody, I'm Marzena from PolishPod101.com. Do you know what monsters Polish people are scared of? In this lesson you will learn about 3 scary monsters in Poland. Let's start with the most popular monster. Rusałka. Rusałka. It means water nymph. The rusałka is a woman who died before getting married. If a woman dies an unfair death and is not avenged, her spirit remains on earth as a rusałka. She usually lures men during the new moon and kills them with dancing or tickling. That sounds pretty scary, right? You might have heard about the next monster. The next one is Strzyga. Strzyga. It's a female demon with claws. The Strzyga is a person born with 2 hearts, 2 souls, and 2 rows of teeth. Strzyga were usually chased out of the village and died young, but the second soul survived and drinks blood and eats intestines. At night, it moves like an owl. Okay, here is the last monster. Zmora. Zmora. Have you ever heard of this next one? This means evil spirit. The Zmora is the spirit of a person and vicious half-demonic creature. Some say this is the wandering spirit of a person trapped in deep sleep or a coma. It causes nightmares and sleep paralysis. It sucks a person's life force while sitting on the victim's chest, but it cannot kill. Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we have learned. Listen to the names of each monster and repeat after me. Water nymph. Rusałka. Rusałka. Female demon with claws. Strzyga. Strzyga. Evil spirit. Zmora. Zmora. Well done! Do you know how Polish people celebrate Halloween? Halloween is not an official holiday in Poland, but younger people are increasingly having Halloween costume parties. All Saints and All Souls Days are observed on the first 2 days of November with rituals to commemorate the souls of the departed. And that's it! You just learned about 3 of the scariest monsters in Poland. Now, learn Polish twice as fast by downloading all your PDF cheat sheets, including survival phrases, pick-up lines, business etiquette, and more. Check out the description below and go to PolishPod101.com now. I will see you next time. Dziękuję i do zobaczenia! Let's start. Spooky. Oh! She usually lures men during the new moon.
Oh, that sounds pretty scary.
Kurwa mać!
You just need that part.
I'm dying out of thinking.
So can we just do it?
I know, I knew you would do it too. close. Oh my gosh! Doesn't matter.
How are your Polish listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Mężczyzna składa reklamację produktów, które kupił online. Co mężczyzna wymieni?
Tu obsługa klienta.
Przepraszam, dostarczono mi moje zakupy, ale to nie to, co kupiłem.
Bardzo mi przykro. Co dokładnie się nie zgadza?
Zamówiłem kurtkę z 3 guzikami, a ta, którą dostałem, ma tylko 2.
Rozumiem. To musi być zły model. Bardzo pana przepraszam. Wymienimy ją natychmiast, więc czy mógłby pan zwrócić nam tą, którą pan ma?
Tak. Poza tym koszulka wygląda inaczej niż ta, którą widziałem na waszej stronie. To nie to, czego oczekiwałem, więc ją też chcę zwrócić.
Co jest inne?
Myślałem, że to t-shirt bez kołnierzyka, ale okazało się, że to koszulka polo z kołnierzykiem.
Rozumiem. Czy odciął pan już metkę?
Tak, ale to naprawdę nie to, co jest na zdjęciu. Czy mogę ją nadal zwrócić?
Proszę pana. Mamy w ofercie koszulki z i bez kołnierzyka. Nasze dane wykazują, że wybrał pan tą z kołnierzykiem.
Naprawdę? W takim razie musiałem kliknąć na to, co nie trzeba.
Możemy wymienić produkt, jeśli ma on nadal metkę. Będzie jednak trudno, jeśli została ona już odcięta.
Rozumiem. W takim razie możecie wymienić kurtkę?
Oczywiście. Jeszcze raz przepraszam za niedogodności.
Co mężczyzna wymieni? Mężczyzna składa reklamację produktów, które kupił online. Co mężczyzna wymieni?
Tu obsługa klienta.
Przepraszam, dostarczono mi moje zakupy, ale to nie to, co kupiłem.
Bardzo mi przykro. Co dokładnie się nie zgadza?
Zamówiłem kurtkę z 3 guzikami, a ta, którą dostałem, ma tylko 2.
Rozumiem. To musi być zły model. Bardzo pana przepraszam. Wymienimy ją natychmiast, więc czy mógłby pan zwrócić nam tą, którą pan ma?
Tak. Poza tym koszulka wygląda inaczej niż ta, którą widziałem na waszej stronie. To nie to, czego oczekiwałem, więc ją też chcę zwrócić.
Co jest inne?
Myślałem, że to t-shirt bez kołnierzyka, ale okazało się, że to koszulka polo z kołnierzykiem.
Rozumiem. Czy odciął pan już metkę?
Tak, ale to naprawdę nie to, co jest na zdjęciu. Czy mogę ją nadal zwrócić?
Proszę pana. Mamy w ofercie koszulki z i bez kołnierzyka. Nasze dane wykazują, że wybrał pan tą z kołnierzykiem.
Naprawdę? W takim razie musiałem kliknąć na to, co nie trzeba.
Możemy wymienić produkt, jeśli ma on nadal metkę. Będzie jednak trudno, jeśli została ona już odcięta.
Rozumiem. W takim razie możecie wymienić kurtkę?
Oczywiście. Jeszcze raz przepraszam za niedogodności.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.
Want to speak real Polish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at PolishPod101.com.
Hello everyone and welcome to Polish Top Words. So today we will learn top 25 Polish verbs. Być. To be. Być. Być actually means to be. So yeah, you can say like być albo nie być, which just means to be or not to be. And of course, in Polish, all those verbs will be changing, depends on the person. So for example, if I want to say I'm happy, I would just say jestem szczęśliwa. Lubić. To like. Lubić. Lubić means just to like something. So whenever you're asking somebody, what do you like? Or you want to say, I like this, you would use this verb. of course, change it depending on the person. For example, you can say, lubisz lody? Do you like ice cream? Robić. To do. Robić. Robić means to do. So you can say, what are you doing today? Co dzisiaj robisz? Mówić. To say. Mówić. So when you translate it to English, it just means to say. You can get angry at somebody. Nie mów takich rzeczy, which means don't say such things. Wyjaśnić. To explain. Wyjaśnić. Wyjaśnić means to explain. When you're angry at somebody or you don't understand something or you want to ask for help and you want to say, can you explain this? You can use this one and you can say, możesz to wyjaśnić? Can you explain this? And depends on your tone, it can be asking for a favor. Możesz to wyjaśnić? Or it can be getting really angry at somebody and just willing them to, explain why they did it. And say, możesz to wyjaśnić? Słyszeć. To hear. Słyszeć. Słyszeć means to hear in English. And for example, you can say, słyszałam, że tu mają dobre pierogi. I've heard they have good dumplings here. So if you're a girl, you would say słyszałam, I've heard. If you're a guy, you would say słyszałem. So słyszałam, słyszałem. It will change a little bit depending on the gender. You can basically take this sentence and put something different at the end and use it as a kind of set phrase. Słyszałem, że, słyszałam, że. Iść. To go. Iść. Iść means to go. So when you want to ask your friend, where are you going? You can say, gdzie idziesz? Wiedzieć. To know. Wiedzieć. Wiedzieć is translated to English as to know, and it is a little bit tricky verb because people often confuse it with another verb, znać, and both actually are translated as to know into English. So, for example, you can say, nic nie wiem. I do not know anything. Nic nie wiem. I do not know anything. Widzieć. To see. Widzieć. Widzieć means to see. So if you saw like something very weird on the sky, like something that looks like a plane and it's not, and you are not sure if you're actually seeing it or not, you can ask your friend if he or she is seeing it too, saying, widzisz to? You see this? Przyjść. To come. Przyjść. To come. For example, you are at the party and you want to know who is coming. So you ask your friend who is the organizer. Kto przyjdzie na przyjęcie? Who is coming to the party? Myśleć. To think. Myśleć. This one is pretty important since it means to think. When you go shopping with your best friend and you are trying on different clothes and then, you see her in a very, very nice dress, you can say, myślę, że ci to pasuje. I think it suits you. Patrzeć. To look. Patrzeć. Which means to look. So, for example, you can say when you saw something weird and you want to show it to your friend or something interesting, popatrz tam. Look there. Chcieć. To want. Chcieć. Which means to want. If you have everything you ever wanted and you don't want anything anymore, you can say, niczego więcej nie chcę. Which will literally mean, I do not want anything more. Dać. To give. Dać. Dać means to give. So when you go out and you meet this nice guy or cute girl and you want to ask them for their email address, you'd ask them using Dutch. Dasz mi swój email? Will you give me your email address? Używać. To use. Używać. Używać means to use. When you see this thing that you've never used before and you want to say, okay, can you help me because I've never used it, you can say, nigdy tego nie używałem, means I've never used it before. Or, nigdy tego nie używałam. If you are a guy, you would say, używałem. If you're a girl, you would say, używałam. Znaleźć, to find. Znaleźć. Znaleźć means to find. Imagine your friend brought you a nice dress and which you are going to wear at a party, but you don't really like it. It doesn't sit you well and you want to ask her to find you something better. So you can say, może uda się znaleźć coś lepszego, which means maybe we can find something better. Wychodzić, to go out. Wychodzić. Wychodzić means to go out. It's actually a verb that consists of two parts, which are written together. So wy means like outside, and chodzić means like to walk. So wychodzić means to walk outside, which is just go out. For example, let's imagine you live with your friend and she is going out somewhere and you want to ask her what time are you going out. You can say, o której wychodzisz? Zapytać, to ask. Zapytać. Zapytać means to ask. Sometimes when you want to ask for something which is very difficult to ask for, and, you know, just to be nice, you want to say like, can I ask you something? In Polish you can say, czy mogę cię o coś zapytać? Or you can even ask, excuse me, can I ask you something? Przepraszam, czy mogę cię o coś zapytać? Pracować, to work. Pracować. Pracować is an interesting word. It actually means to work. So you can use it when you want to say, I have never worked in such a company. Nigdy nie pracowałam w takiej firmie. Or if you're a guy, you would say, nigdy nie pracowałem w takiej firmie. Wejść, to enter. Wejść. Wejść means to enter or to come in. Well, when your friend visits you and you want to just say, please come in, please, or just, you know, you can say, wejdź proszę, which means literally, come in, please. Czuć, to feel. Czuć, to feel. This one can be pretty useful if you want to say that you do not feel well today and you want to skip work or skip your classes or just cancel some appointment. You can say, źle się dzisiaj czuję, which means I'm feeling bad today. Próbować, to try. Próbować. Próbować means to try. Let's say your friend is visiting and you made this wonderful food, amazing dishes, and you want him or her to try it. You can invite them saying, spróbuj to, which means try it. Zostawić, to leave. Zostawić. Zostawić means to leave. When you're angry or irritated and you don't want people to talk to you and just leave me alone, please, you can say, zostaw mnie w spokoju. Zostaw mnie w spokoju. Which means leave me alone. Zadzwonić, to call. Zadzwonić. So, zadzwonić means to call. And let's say somebody calls you and you cannot really talk right now, so you want to say, okay, I will call you back later. You just say, zadzwonię potem. I will call later. Biegać, to run. Biegać, to run. If you are not one of those sporty person and you don't really like running is totally not your thing, and you want to say, well, friends invite you, but you are like, sorry, that's not really my cup of tea, and you want to say, sorry, I don't like running, you can say, nie lubię biegać. Nie lubię, or just say, lubię. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching Top 25 Polish Verbs. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave your comments. And for more videos and more vocabulary, go to polishpod101.com. Thank you again and see you next time! Hi, welcome to Top Polish Words. My name is Marzena and today we will learn 20 words you will need for the beach. So let's start. Okulary słoneczne. Sunglasses. Okulary słoneczne. Sunglasses. So for example, if the sun is very, very strong and your friend is walking like this, trying to see something, you can tell him, załóż okulary słoneczne, which means put on sunglasses. Sun in Poland, well, I guess in summer it can get very strong, so it's better to get your okulary słoneczne, your sunglasses ready for Polish summer. Plaża, beach. Plaża. Plaża means beach. For example, you can say, dzisiaj idziemy na plażę. Today we are going to a beach. Beaches in Poland are really beautiful. If you go to the northern part, there's this Baltic Sea and there's a lot of long beaches. Even though they are pretty long, there are actually a lot of tourists there in summer, especially in cities like Gdańsk or Sopot, which are very, very popular. Pływanie, swimming. Pływanie, it's a noun and it means swimming. For example, you can say, bardzo lubię pływanie. I really like swimming. Be careful because there tend to be a lot of jellyfish and they can be pretty dangerous, so always ask the locals if it's safe or not to go to the sea. There are no sharks though. That's safe. Słońce, sun. Słońce, sun. For example, you can say, dzisiaj jest bardzo mocne słońce. Today the sun is very strong. Indeed, sun in Poland tend to get very strong, very vicious. So be sure to put some kind of protection before you go out. And if you get sunburn, there is this very good way to get rid of it. We got in Poland, when we get sunburn, we just put kefir. Kefir, which is like a type of yogurt kind of thing. You cannot buy it in a lot of other countries, but in Poland it's very popular. It's very cheap. It can cost like 1 zloty, which is like 25 cents, and you put it just on yourself, on your body, you lie down with it. It looks ridiculous, but it actually works. Palma, palm tree. Palma, palm tree, because we've got a lot of palm trees in Poland. Not so much. We actually have none, zero. You can say, w Polsce nie rosną palmy. There are no palm trees in Poland. Muszla, seashell. Muszla. Muszla means a seashell. So you can say, zbieraliśmy muszelki. We are collecting seashells. Especially early in the morning, you can collect some seashells. And on the top of that, you can actually find some amber as well. So Poland is very rich in amber. And if you go very early, you can actually get yourself a pretty decent souvenir. Strój kąpielowy. Swimsuit. Strój kąpielowy, swimsuit. So, for example, if you see your friend with this gorgeous swimsuit, you can ask her or him, to jest twój nowy strój kąpielowy? Is this your new swimsuit? Ocean, ocean, ocean. Ocean basically means the ocean, and I guess when you are in Poland you can say, chciałabym zobaczyć ocean. I would like to see the ocean, because there is no ocean in Poland. Ratownik, lifeguard. Ratownik. Ratownik means lifeguard. Whenever you go to the beach, it's better to make sure you know if there is a lifeguard or not. If there are none, you can say, nie było tam ratowników. There were no lifeguards there. Nie było tam ratowników. Skuter wodny, jet ski. Skuter wodny, which is basically jet ski. If you want to ask your friend if he or she has ever tried it, you can say jechałeś kiedyś na skuterze wodnym? If that's a guy, or jechałaś kiedyś na skuterze wodnym? If that's a girl, which basically means have you ever driven a jet ski? It's pretty much an activity you can enjoy in Polish sea. Ręcznik plażowy, beach towel, is something you cannot forget. Ręcznik plażowy. Ręcznik plażowy basically means beach towel. So if you want to make sure that you actually have it, you can ask your friend, wziąłeś ręcznik plażowy? Have you taken the beach towel? Leżak, beach chair. Leżak, beach chair. It actually comes from a verb, leżeć. Leżeć means to lie down, so leżak is a thing to lie down on, which is a beach chair. Wypożyczymy leżaki. We will rent the beach chairs. Zamek z piasku, sandcastle. Zamek z piasku. Zamek z piasku means the sandcastle. So you can say, zbudujmy zamek z piasku. Let's make a sandcastle. This was one of my favorite activities when I was little. Chłodziarka, cooler. Chłodziarka. Chłodziarka is a type of cooler. So something that will help you, keep your water cold for hot summer. Włóż napoje do chłodziarki. Put the drinks in the cooler. Przypływ, tide. Przypływ, which means tide. And for example, if the tide is already over, you can say już po przypływie, which basically means is already after the tide. Przypływ, actually it's like made from two words, so przy and pływ. Pływ is from pływać, like swimming, and przy it means like getting closer. So basically it means like swimming closer, like the water is coming closer. That's why it's przypływ. Opalenizna, tan. Opalenizna means tan. Masz fajną opaleniznę. You've got a wonderful tan, which is a good thing to have in Poland. Snurkowanie, snorkeling, snurkowanie, snorkeling. But actually it's a pretty new word. I myself, I didn't know it. It's not a huge activity, you can do in Poland, to be honest. But if you go anywhere else with your Polish friends, you will probably find it very useful. Nie lubię snurkowania. I don't like snorkeling. I actually myself love snorkeling. Japonki, flip-flop. Japonki. It's flip-flops, but also means Japanese girls. It's probably because, flip-flops like that are very common in Japan, I guess. Or I guess that's our image of it. Kupiłaś już japonki na lato? Have you already bought flip-flops for summer? Krem do opalania, sunscreen. Krem do opalania, sunscreen. If you want to make sure that your friend will take one, you can just, say, weź ze sobą krem do opalania. Take the sunscreen with you. Bikini, bikini. Bikini, which basically is bikini. I guess the accent is different, more Polish. Bikini. Oh, and when you trained a lot before summer and you are in your bikini body, you can say, dzisiaj założę bikini. Today I will wear a bikini. Thank you for listening, and once again, my name is Marzena, and today we done 20 words you will need for the beach. If you like this video, remember to like it and to check out polishpod101.com. Thanks again and see you next time. Dziękuję. Hello everyone and welcome to Top Polish Words. My name is Marzena and today we will learn 10 must-know autumn vocabulary. So here we go. Sweater, sweater, sweater. Sweater basically means sweater. What you can hear often from your mom, if your mom is Polish, it would be załóż sweter, which means put on the sweater. So basically Polish moms are very much concerned about your health, and whenever it's getting colder and it's at autumn and they would like, oh, put on the sweater, załóż sweter. Deszczowy, rainy, deszczowy. rainy. So deszcz means rain in Polish, and deszczowy, it's an adjective. For example, we can say dzisiaj jest bardzo deszczowy dzień. Today is a very rainy day. When autumn comes in Poland, we got a lot of rainy days. It's not as bad as rainy seasons in some other countries, but be sure to get your umbrella ready. Wietrzny, windy. Wietrzny. Wietrzny means windy. We got a lot of windy days in październik and in listopad, which is basically October and November. So for example, you can say listopad jest raczej wietrzny, which means November is rather windy. Chłodny, cool, cold. Chłodny. Chłodny means cool or cold, and it's an adjective. It can be used to speak about weather. So for example, you can say październik w Polsce jest chłodny. October in Poland is cold. You can also use it about person's character. So for example, you can say that this person is chłodny, chłodna, depending on the gender, and this means that this person is just distance. Jesień, autumn. And the next one is jesień. Jesień means autumn. So you can say lubię jesień w Polsce. I like autumn in Poland. Which I actually do because it's very beautiful. We do have all those leaves with like beautiful colors, orange and gold. And there is a lot of things to do, and you can go for a very nice walk around listopad or grudzień, which is November and December. It's getting quite cold, quite chłodno, and it's better to put on a jacket. Still, it's very nice for a walk. Zimno, cold. So the next word is, and it's getting even colder, it's zimno. Zimno means cold. So we already got chłodny, which was cool or cold, and this is an adjective. And you can say chłodno to make it an adverb. Zimno is an adverb and it means cold. You can say zimny to make it like an adjective, or zimno. Zimno is an adverb. If you're in Poland and it's December, it's rather cold in December. I would say it can get down to like, or even January, it can get down to like minus 25 degrees. So you can say dzisiaj jest bardzo zimno, which means today is very cold. Kasztan, chestnut. Okay, and what's the best thing to do in Poland in autumn? Well, the best thing is to collect kasztany, or the singular kasztan. Kasztan means just a chestnut, and I guess this is the main thing we used to do. I mean, when I was little, and when autumn came, we were going out and then just collecting kasztany and making all those small like animals and stuff. I guess nowadays it's not so popular. If you want to go and collect chestnuts, you can say, chodźmy pozbierać kasztany. Let's go pick up the chestnuts. Koszula z długim rękawem. Long sleeved shirt. Okay, so if your mom don't tell you, please put on your sweater, she will probably tell you, please put on a long sleeve shirt, which is koszula z długim rękawem. Koszula is a shirt, z długim rękawem, with long, długi, z długim rękawem, sleeve. And if you've got a Polish mom and you are going hiking, she will probably tell you, weź koszulę z długim rękawem. Take the long sleeve shirt. Święto dziękczynienia. Thanksgiving. Okay, this one is not very Polish, but I guess you can use it, especially if you come from English-speaking country and you celebrate this one. Święto dziękczynienia. Święto dziękczynienia means just Thanksgiving. Święto is a kind of celebration, and dziękczynienia, it's Thanksgiving, like dziękczynienie, dziękować. You probably heard dziękuję, which means thank you. So dziękczynienie is like dziękować, dziękuję, thank you, and czynienie, which is like doing something, so doing the thank you thing. Święto dziękczynienia. So you can get curious and ask, czy obchodzicie święto dziękczynienia? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Which in Poland probably you hear no. No, we don't. We do have better things like Christmas. Liść, leaf. And the last word for today is liść. I guess it's very difficult to pronounce. Liść. And it means leaf. When you go and walk around, it's beautiful autumn, golden leaves falling down, you are collecting your kasztany, chestnuts, and you see this very, very beautiful leaf, you can say, jaki ładny listek. Listek, it's the same liść, it's just like a smaller version of it. So you can say, jaki ładny liść as well, and if it's very small and cute, and it's like, oh, how cute, jaki ładny listek. What a nice leaf. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video, and if you want more, just go to polishpod101.com. Thank you again, and see you next time. Cześć! Hello everybody, welcome to Top Polish Words. My name is Marzena, and today we will learn 10 phrases for surviving back to school. So let's start. Plecak, backpack. Plecak, which basically means backpack. I guess it comes from Polish word plecy, which is a bag. So plecak, it's something you put on your back, backpack. So you can say zapakuj to do plecaka, pack this in the backpack. Kolega z klasy, classmate. Kolega z klasy, classmate. So introducing your classmate, if he is a guy, you can say, to jest mój kolega z klasy. This is my classmate. If it's a girl, to jest moja koleżanka z klasy. This is my classmate who is a girl. We say, this kolega, koleżanka, we use it like a friend, but not a very close friend. Praca domowa, homework. Praca domowa, which basically is homework. Praca means work, and domowa is like homes. So praca domowa is basically homework. It's not one word, it's two separate words. You can ask your kid, odrobiłeś już pracę domową? Have you done your homework yet? Egzamin, exam, egzamin, which basically means exam, and it probably comes from English, but the spelling is very different, so pay attention to spelling. And when you have like very important exam, next day you can say, jutro mam ważny egzamin. Tomorrow I have a very important exam. Jutro mam ważny egzamin. Especially up to high school, we say sprawdzian, which comes from sprawdzać, which means to check, so sprawdzian means to checking the knowledge. And I guess once you are at the university, you will call it colloquium, which is the sprawdzian, but at the university level. For whatever the reason, we've got another name for that. Letnie wakacje, summer break. Letnie wakacje, summer break. Co będziesz robił w wakacje letnie? What will you be doing during the summer break? Co będziesz robił w wakacje letnie? Summer break actually in Polish schools, it's pretty long. So up to high school, we got like 2 months of summer break, basically July and August. And because the school ends at the end of June, but there's still usually 1 week left, so it's like 2 months and 1 week, small week. Szkoła, school. Szkoła. Szkoła means school, any type of school. Although for university level, we would say uniwersytet, or if you really want to use szkoła, you can say szkoła wyższa, which is like the higher type of school, if you translate literally. So if you want to ask somebody where he or she is going to school, you can ask, gdzie jest twoja szkoła? Where is your school? Uczyć się, to study. Uczyć się. Uczyć się means to study. So when you see somebody studying really hard, you can come closer and ask, czego się tak uczysz? What are you studying so hard? Czego się tak uczysz? To jest pierwszy dzień zajęć. It's the first day of class. To jest pierwszy dzień zajęć. This is the first day of class. So in Poland, up to the high school, the first day is actually the 1st of September. And I guess there is always something big going on in each school, so there are not really like classes per se. We've got this big ceremony and singing like the school's item or celebrating. And then the school starts from the next day, actually. But we call it the first day of school. And for university level, the first day of school, it depends on the department and on the university, but it's somewhere around October. Jesteśmy w tej samej klasie. We are in the same class. Jesteśmy w tej samej klasie. We are in the same class. Classes in Poland are actually set for the elementary school. There are usually A and B or A, B, C or A, B, C, D. It depends on how big the school is. And usually 30 students per class, sometimes 20, 25 in the elementary school. And the classes don't change every year, so you stay with the same people throughout 6 years of your education. And then from junior high and high school, you actually choose a profile to your class. So you can do like more math or more biology or more English if you want. And this is kind of very important for whatever you will be doing at the university. So you usually try to choose whatever you will need for the university exams, because this will be the subject that you will have more classes of. Like, for example, I got math and information science, so we got a lot of those, and we didn't really get a lot of like English classes or Polish classes. Or we got only, half of the history classes for whatever other profiles had. Na jakie zajęcia chodzisz? What classes are you taking? Na jakie zajęcia chodzisz? What classes are you taking? Na matematykę i fizykę. Mathematics and physics. And that's all for today. So today we studied 10 phrases for surviving back to school. So be sure to like this video and check polishpod101.com. And see you again. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to Top Polish Words. And today we will be doing top 25 Polish phrases. My name is Marzena. Let's start. So the first phrase is cześć. Cześć means hello in Polish. So when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, which would be like saying hello. But then again, you can use cześć to say bye as well. For example, when you meet your friend, you can say cześć, and then when you have to go back home, you can say cześć again. So this one is pretty useful. So our next phrase is dzień dobry. Dzień dobry means good morning in English, but actually what it literally means is dzień, which is a day, and dobry, which is good. So actually what you are saying is good day. That's why we can use it through the whole day, not only in the morning. You can say it in the evening as well, or in the afternoon. You can say it to your friends or to your family and to a person you don't know as well. So feel free to use it anytime you want. And our next phrase is dobry wieczór. Dobry wieczór means good evening, literally means good evening. For example, through the whole day you would say dzień dobry, but at the end of the day you will say dobry wieczór. Now, actually, a lot of people, it's very difficult to know when can you start saying that, when can you start saying dobry wieczór instead of dzień dobry. So a lot of people I know starts with like dzień dobry, they want to say dzień dobry, but they didn't notice it's already evening and they say like dzień dobry wieczór, which is the funny way of saying that. You can try it if you want. Dobranoc. Dobranoc means good night. So you would usually use it before going to bed, when you want to say bye to your family or to your friends and just you are sleepy, you will just say dobranoc. Dobranoc, it's one word, but it actually came from two different words. So like dobra, which means good, and noc, night. So it literally means good night, but it's one word right now. The next phrase is jak się nazywasz? Jak się nazywasz? Which means what is your name? If you meet a new person, you can use it, but remember that this phrase will be better to use with people of the same age or people younger, because it literally means what is your name, not what is your name, sir, or what is your name, ma'am. That's why it's not too good to use for like older people. It's better to use it for your friends, for people the same age, or for younger people, for children as well. So once again, jak się nazywasz? And the next one is nazywam się. So obviously if you ask jak się nazywasz, what is your name, you have to answer that, and that's nazywam się, which means my name is. For example, nazywam się Marzena. So the next phrase is miło mi ciebie poznać. Miło mi ciebie poznać, which means it's nice to meet you. So obviously when you meet a new person, you ask jak się nazywasz, and you answer nazywam się, like nazywam się Marzena, and then at the end you usually say like it's nice to meet you, and that would be miło mi ciebie poznać. So the next phrase is jak się masz? Jak się masz? Which means how are you? Now, the funny thing is that we don't really ask that a lot in Poland. I mean, we do, but not as often as you do it in English. So when you ask somebody jak się masz, how are you? Be careful, because this person can actually give you the real answer. The next phrase for today is dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Dobrze, dziękuję. A ty? I'm fine, thanks. And you? As I told you before, this may not be the answer that you will get. Some people will say so, but some people will just start talking about their problems, about their life, and instead of just getting I'm fine, thank you, and you will get the whole life story of this person and all the problems and everything related. So be careful when you ask this one. It's usually good to ask your friends, people you are closer to, with whom you really want to talk a lot, and then you will get an answer, longer answer. But of course, if you are asked and you don't want to talk about your life, you can just say dobrze, dziękuję, a ty? Proszę. Please. Proszę. Proszę means please in English, and you can use it, for example, when you give somebody something. So like, proszę. Or when you ask somebody to do something, like, proszę, proszę, zrób to dla mnie. Please, 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 do it for me. So going to the next phrase, dziękuję. Dziękuję means thank you in Polish. Well, you can use it to basically anybody you want. When somebody passes you something, you can say, and saying proszę, you can say dziękuję. When somebody invites you inside, saying proszę, proszę, you can say dziękuję as well. When somebody offers you tea or coffee, you can say dziękuję. If you don't want it though, you can say nie, dziękuję, which means no, thank you. Nie ma za co. Nie ma za co means you are welcome, but what it actually literally means is there is nothing to be thankful for. So we usually say dziękuję, and the other person would say nie ma za co. Next phrase we have here is tak. Tak means just yes. Whenever you want to say yes, and it's basically the same as in English. So, for example, when you want to use tak, if somebody asks you, do you want a tea or do you want something to drink? And you can say tak. Or you can say, actually adding please, tak, proszę. And when this person passes it to you, you can add dziękuję. The next phrase is nie. Nie means no. For example, if somebody offers you something to drink, if you want it, you can say yes, please, which would be tak, proszę, or tak, poproszę. But if you don't want it, you can say nie, or you can say nie, dziękuję, adding thanks to that. So, do you want something to drink? Nie, dziękuję. And next phrase is dobrze. Dobrze means okay. So, for example, when your friends asks you to go somewhere, or like, do you want to go grab something to eat together? And you can say tak, or you can say dobrze, let's go. Yeah, sure, okay, let's go. Or if they ask you if you want to go together for a trip, you can say yeah, sure, dobrze. Yeah, I want to go. The next phrase is przepraszam. Przepraszam has many different meanings. So it can mean excuse me, but it also can mean I'm sorry. So you would see a lot of Polish people mixing excuse me and I'm sorry in English because it's actually one word in Polish. So for example, when you stepped on somebody's leg, you can say przepraszam. When you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam. When you want to pass through like crowd of people, you can say przepraszam, przepraszam, and find your way out. If you did something wrong, you can say przepraszam as well. So it's actually a pretty useful one. So it means excuse me, but it means I'm sorry in the same time. Przepraszam. Przepraszam means I'm sorry. Actually, the next phrase is która jest godzina? Która jest godzina means what time is it? If you want to ask somebody, excuse me, what time is it now? You can say przepraszam, która jest godzina? So let's go to the next one. Another very useful phrase. Gdzie jest toaleta? Gdzie jest toaleta? Which means where's the toilet? So gdzie means actually where. Jest means be or to be, and toaleta is toilet. So gdzie jest toaleta means where is the toilet. So if you are in a shopping mall or in a restaurant and you want to ask, excuse me, where is the toilet, you will say, przepraszam, gdzie jest toaleta? The next phrase is poczekaj chwilkę. Poczekaj means to wait, and chwilkę means a moment, and together it means wait a moment, please. When you see your friend going somewhere, but you still want to talk to him or her, and you can just, call them and then say, poczekaj chwilkę. Ile to kosztuje? Ile to kosztuje means how much is this? When you go to a shop, you will say, przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? So, excuse me, how much is this? Przepraszam, ile to kosztuje? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? Can I get the check, please? So imagine you are sitting in a very nice Polish restaurant eating pierogi or any other wonderful Polish dish, and you've just finished and you just want to get your bill. So you would just call the waiter saying przepraszam, and then you will add czy mogę prosić o rachunek? And the next one for today is pomocy. Pomocy. This means help, and I hope you will not have to use this one anytime soon. But if you're ever in danger, if you ever are in a very dangerous situation, which I hope you will not be in Poland, you can use this one saying pomocy. Do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia means see you later. You can use it when you speak with your friends and with your family or with anyone basically, because it's not super formal, but it's not only reserved to your closest friends. So like for example, we started this one with cześć, which was hello, but it was bye as well. And this one you would use when you speak with your friends, you would say cześć. But then for everybody else, your friends included, you can say do zobaczenia, which means until we see each other again. Potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. I can't speak Polish very well. Nie potrafię means I can't. Mówić means to speak, and then po polsku means in Polish. So nie potrafię mówić po polsku, it literally means I can't speak Polish very well, or I can't speak in Polish very well if you wanted a very literal translation. When you start learning the language and you are still not so good and you meet like people and you want to tell them that your Polish it's not so good or it's not super good yet, you can use this phrase. Nie potrafię dobrze mówić po polsku. Thank you guys for watching. This was top 25 Polish phrases. And if you like this video, remember to give it a thumb up and leave some comments below. If you have any questions, you can leave it as well. And for more words and phrases, go to polishpod101.com. Thank you and see you again!
Hi everyone! Do you know how to say I love you in Polish? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with how to express your feelings to your loved one.
Kocham cię. Kocham cię. Kocham cię.
Or if you want to explain those butterflies in your stomach, you can say
Podobasz mi się. Podobasz mi się. Podobasz mi się.
And when you feel that I love you is not enough, you can say
Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami. Mojej miłości do ciebie nie da się wyrazić słowami.
You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Polish. And if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romantic words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to PolishPod101.com now. See you next time!
Hi everyone! Do you know the 1,000 most useful phrases in Polish? In this lesson, you'll be able to know all of them, so sit back, relax, and have a cup of tea as you listen and learn.
Gdzie jest łazienka?
Przepraszam.
Super! Mam rezerwację. Ile to kosztuje?
Co to jest? Dziękuję.
Naprawdę? Czy mogę dostać zniżkę? Czy Wi-Fi jest darmowe?
Czy mogę prosić o rachunek? A co pan poleca? A co pani poleca? Czy mogę to przymierzyć?
You just learned the 1,000 most useful phrases in Polish. And if you're interested in learning more, try learning the core 2,000 word list. With this, you'll understand 95% of the language, and best of all, this is not a joke. Check out the description below and go to PolishPod101.com now. See you next time.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Polish ebook before it's gone.